Here's the gist of it. Broccoli sprouts can improve exercise performance, improve recovery after exercise, and reduce inflammation in the body. 75 grams twice a day in a juice, a drink, is the equivalent of what these people had. And for 9 days, they did HIIT training for 7 days. So for those of you who just want the gist, there you go. Bada bing, bada boom. For those of you who love the details or love to be nerdy, it was a randomized control crossover trial. Now, before we say anything, we should say broccoli sprouts may do that. This was a trial only involving 9 people, right? But the mechanism by which it did so makes sense, and that's why I was relatively quick to say that it would do that. And to a modest degree, nothing really serious, right? It's not going to have the same profound effect as anything like creatine or beta-alanine, things like that, right? Alpha-GPC. So this was a randomized controlled crossover trial involving a whopping 9 people, and they either had a juice containing alfalfa sprout or one made of broccoli sprout. And they did HIIT training for 7 days, and they drank the drink for 9 days. Now, it's a randomized control crossover, so that means everybody did both interventions, okay? Everybody had both juices, but they separated each one by a month washout period. So they would have one for 9 days, do 7 days of HIIT, month washout, then they would drink the other one, 9 days, 7 days of HIIT. The results after that time showed reductions in inflammatory markers like carbonyl content, reduced lactic acid levels, aka lactate, and albeit lactic acid is not responsible for muscle soreness, we don't want high levels of lactic acid anyway. It's a good thing to help remove from the body, albeit it does serve as a future energy source, a byproduct, natural byproduct of working out. Really not as damaging as we had once thought. It could cause digestive upset, it could cause some burning, it could cause things, nausea, if we got lactate acidosis, right? Which most of us probably aren't worried about, but it's a good thing regardless, okay? So those two things, myeloperoxidase was another thing that it reduced, and that is an enzyme that catalyzes the conversion of certain things into reactive oxygen species, ROS, so perpetuating inflammation, if you will, in that sense. Right? So that's obviously not a good thing. It did the broccoli sprout, exercise to exhaustion times, and that's where we get this exercise performance. So the big thing here is not to memorize carbonyl content and myeloperoxidase, right? A lot of you guys don't give a shit about that, I understand. But you should know recovery from exercise and exercise performance is not so simple as eating carbs and having protein and just having pre-workout. It's about reducing inflammation in your body. It's about putting your body in a position where it can better recover in general. And these are things that just bode well for your health pretty much ubiquitously, right? It is something that we should all aim to do, is to have more cruciferous vegetables, which are high in glucosinolates, for example, and that's what the major beneficial effects here are attributed to in the broccoli sprouts. They have a high glucosinolate content. What is that? It's a sulfur-containing compound that forms into other anti-inflammatory compounds in the body. So they're good, right? Alfalfa sprouts don't have nearly as many. They have a low glucosinolate content, right? And so the point is, though, have your cruciferous vegetables, and it's not just about the fiber and the other micronutrients, but reducing that inflammation is going to speed up your recovery. It can help to reduce DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness, reducing inflammation. It can help to speed growth, right? And so it's just a fantastic thing to do and improve performance, right? I kind of look at inflammation as something along the lines of interference with your body's normal physiological functioning, right? Now, it is normal to get inflammation in an acute response to injury, right? And that makes a lot of sense. Your body wants to have inflammation at least in that time, or at least the byproduct of the inflammation, which is sending a lot of maybe chemical messengers, immune messengers. It's sending cells that are going to help repair and things like that to the sprained ankle. When it's blown up like a balloon, it fills with fluid and it's doing things to protect it and all sorts of things. And that's good for like a day, couple days, and then it would be good to take the inflammation down. So, 99% of the time, yeah, we want to do things that'll reduce inflammation. Albeit reactive oxygen species too, they play some important roles in health in the body, and are naturally produced in many ways, and are not necessarily evil in every way. But an abundance of them typically is not a good thing, right? And we would like to combat them with antioxidants. And doing things like this aren't just going to reduce your risk for chronic disease. They're going to actually help you out in the gym. And they're going to actually help you out in terms of, maybe gaining a better physique, because they're allowing you to do more and to recover faster, right? And you're doing more in a set time to exhaustion, right? We said it did the broccoli sprouts. So if you're not getting tired as quickly, improved endurance or stamina, those all seem synonymous, right? Then you can do more. Hence, you'll get in better shape, right? And if you recover quicker, you could get in the gym again the next day and do more, maybe do a 2 a day. So think about that. Not just so simple as the other stuff we always think of with working out, right? This is another big one. So, let's see who we got on here. Say hi to the people. And we're going to get out of this parking lot. We're pretty tired today. Sorry if we look tired. What's up, Ma? Holly, how you doing? What up, Maria? Papa Dick. What's going on? Adams Comics Collectibles. Veronica, hello, my beautiful angel. I will see you in a few minutes. I love you. Jeremy Vaughn and A.O. Housen and Joshy Joe, first ones of the day. This was for you guys. I hope you had an absolutely fantastic day, and I hope you eat some broccoli sprouts later, because they're great for you for a lot of reasons, not just for the working out thing. Jose Filippo, as for now, that's all we got for you, folks. We'll see you tomorrow, baby. Not sure where, not sure when, but we'll see you then. Have a fantastic night. Say bye to the Chase Bank that provided the lights. And happy when wellness. Thanks.